And you have gotten in touch with your deeper self, your true self, your shadow self. Maybe you've done some shadow work. Maybe you had a spiritual awakening. Maybe you just have to cut out a lot of toxic things in your life that haven't been serving you, and because of that you've become a much better person for it, and now you're ready for your soulmate. Like, it's time to meet your soulmate, and your soulmate is your divine counterpart. So I feel like there is like this mirroring energy where like they also have kind of gone through the same thing as you have. So it's like they're going to come also to you in this energy of I have let go of yeah, because your first impression of them is a 10 of wands. So it's like your first impression is that this person has gone through a lot in their life, and they've let go of a lot, and it has been exhausting for them, but it's like they're releasing all of that. So I think that's something that you guys are going to have in common, and it's going to really make you guys feel very connected because you guys have had similar journeys. But basically, the overall energy of this connection is the Page of Pentacles. So I think that there's a lot of learning and growing here in this connection. You guys are going to learn a lot from each other, and I think you're going to learn a lot. Maybe you guys are going to go, like, I don't know, maybe you guys are going to take a class together, or you guys are going to travel a lot together and learn, from different cultures and different perspectives. You guys are going to read together or like research together, or maybe you guys are both going to be really into astrology and you're really going to enjoy learning that. Or maybe like you're into astrology or tarot and you can teach this person that, and they're really into traveling and they can teach you about different cultures or whatever. Like, I just feel like there's the Page of Pentacles is a student of life, and the Page of Pentacles is very curious, very interested. So I just feel like you guys are gonna have this childlike energy between you guys where you're just constantly interested in each other and what you have to say. You want to learn a lot about each other. There's a lot of curiosity here, a lot of childlike, like, ooh, tell me about that. Tell me about that. Oh, where'd you grow up? Oh, how was this experience for you? Or how did you get to be the person that you are today? Tell me more about you. Tell me more about your astrology chart. What does a Sagittarius moon mean? I don't know. I feel like there's just going to be a lot of natural and genuine excitement to learn each other and to learn about each other. you know and that's kind of like your overall connection. It's just this nonstop, everlasting kind of desire to grow and learn and expand and become better, and also to build together, like to build a life together, and to attain more, to learn like physical practical things as well, to travel, to attain more, maybe like attain wealth together and have money together, have a nice home. And it's just, there's this expansion energy because the page is all about like you start new and everything is fresh and exciting and you're open to learning. And then everything around you is a lesson, everything around you is an opportunity for growth. So I see a lot of like that growth mindset here with you guys. It's not fixed where it's like, oh, we're stagnant, we're not moving anywhere. There's a lot of like change and growth and evolution and elevation and advancement within each other, like the connection within yourselves. You guys are teaching each other, learning from each other, supporting each other through your growth. Um, because there seems to be some sort of anxiety that somebody is dealing with, and it could be the feminine in this with the Queen of Wands here. Um, or it could be that the Queen of Wands, the feminine, is just really attractive and really sexy and alluring, and the other person maybe has some sort of like jealousy or triggers or insecurity around this because like the other person is just so beautiful, and they put this, it doesn't have to be the female, it could be whichever one, but like one person maybe is like just so beautiful. It could be your soulmate because the way that your soulmate looks, their physical features is the Empress. um and the Empress is literally the energy of everything, and it's just the most beautiful thing. It's a beauty. This is Venus energy. This is just being very abundant and magnetic and radiant, confident, just beautiful. And Queen of Wands is also similar energy here. So I feel like maybe your soulmate is coming through as that, and you are dealing with some anxiety because maybe they are so physically attractive, or they have this very attractive energy, and it's bringing up some of your own fears or worries for some reason. Or it could be vice versa. It could be like that you are this beautiful thing, or maybe you guys are both beautiful, right? I mean, maybe you both are just really attractive people, and there is some overthinking about this, over analyzing. We'll clarify what that is But I just feel like in either case, like if that is a thing here, you guys are still investing the time and energy into growing through this and learning through these things and getting to a place where you guys just feel good about yourselves. You know, there is this investment, there's this commitment to investing in this connection. So your first impression of your soulmate is the Ten of Wands. So like I said, I feel like you are viewing them as a hard worker. Maybe when you meet them, they do have a lot on their plate. They're working a lot. They're really stressed and exhausted. Maybe they're just at a point in their life where they're like ready to release this heavy burden of some sort that they've been carrying. Maybe that is career related, work related, or just some unhealthy habit that they have, or a situation, or whatever, fill in the blank. But there's this energy of release, and when you meet them, you notice that they're just like right at the precipice of like starting new and starting fresh, you know. And then it's like you guys come together because your overall connection is the Page of Pentacles, and you guys do start this new journey together. And you're like, okay, we're gonna let go of that heaviness, and we're gonna start anew, and we're gonna build our life together. Very excited and very but it's not like the Page of Wands necessarily. It's Pentacles. It's very stable and steady and um like solid and grounded. So I don't see that you guys are gonna meet and then just like jump into things and because for their personality, they're coming to as a Knight of Pentacles, which is a very slow moving, methodical, strategic, thought through energy. It's not, the Knight of Pentacles doesn't just jump into things impulsively like the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles thinks things through. It's like very slow moving energy, very patient, very committed, right? Very reliable and stable and trustworthy and committed to a goal, but it moves slowly because it needs to make sure that every little thing is going to be taken care of and it's done right. So like this person wants to make sure everything is done right in this connection and doesn't want to rush into things. Okay, so that's like a thing. So when you guys meet, it's like you guys are like there is a lot of passion, but it's not an attraction and all of that, but it's not in an irresponsible way. It's very responsible and like kind of slower moving. Because you guys are setting down a solid foundation, I feel like you guys are making sure that everything is done right before you guys jump the gun here and you know get to a place of like being in a relationship before you even kind of get to know each other. I think you guys are going to focus a lot on learning about each other, getting to know each other, and it's going to be like a slow moving process and evolution of this connection. So yeah, this person, let's just get more about their personality. So like I already described the Knight of Pentacles, this person is very goal oriented and career oriented, and they do have they could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it's just like this energy where they're very patient and they're very good at following through on the goals that they make for themselves. Like whatever it is that they are working towards, they are the type of person that sticks to it, commits to it. You can trust this person. They're reliable, dependable. Like they're not wishy-washy. They're not going to promise something and then bail on you and ditch you. They're going to be there. They're going to be there to support you. If they make a promise, you can trust that this person's going to follow through. So it's a very good energy, very good husband or wife energy. Okay, so some signs that I'm seeing with just these energies is definitely Taurus with the stubborn energy. Blood and straightforward, I'm getting Sagittarius or even an air sign. It could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Psychic, intuitive, I'm really feeling Pisces, but also Scorpio. Okay, so this is more of a masculine energy. So if they don't have to be a man for this to resonate. It's just obviously it could be a man that you're looking for, a man soulmate, but they could just have strong masculine energy. That's just something that they really embody. Like, you know, there's a lot of girls and women out there who are just really in tune with their masculine energy, which just kind of tells me that, again, this person's very ambitious, very determined to get what they want. They will pursue you. They will, to go after you. They will make sure that they're kind of like I'm also getting a little bit they like to be in control, they like to be dominant. Um and they are a little bit stubborn, so that's just something to keep in mind. Um and I think it could also be a positive thing because their stubbornness ensures that they do follow through on their goals. So it's like I make a plan, I make a goal, this is what I want, what, and that could be you too. Like this is a person I'm really interested in. I really want to get to know them further. Um, And so they're going to commit and they're going to stubbornly continue to pursue you because they're interested in you, you know? But obviously, stubbornness could also play out in other negative ways. So that's something you're going to have to deal with. But this person also is blunt and straightforward so that they say it how it is. They kind of don't hold back. Um, and they don't sugarcoat things. They're just straight to the point, like this is how it is. And then with the psychic intuitive energy, um, that's more like a feminine energy. So I feel like they have a pretty good balance between their masculine and feminine side. And they are as ambitious and go-getter and action-oriented as they are, they're also here to receive and listen to the signs and listen to their soul, to trust their intuition, to follow their heart. And this is like a guide that they rely on in life to achieve their goals and dreams. So they're not just gonna, this is what I was saying about like they're not impulsive in that way. They're very like slow moving and methodical and like practical, but it's not just like, oh, it makes sense, so I'm gonna go do it. It's like it feels right, so I'm gonna go do it. So this person uses their intuition to tell them what's right and wrong. And then that's why they can commit to things because they know and they feel deep within their soul that this is something that's right for them. So they're like, okay, I can be stable here. I can commit to this. But if it doesn't feel right with my soul, I can't commit to it. Like I'm not going to. So that's why this person takes a little longer to commit, perhaps, because they need to make sure that this sits well within themselves, you know? And so when they do commit to you, you can really truly actually trust that they want this because they don't just commit easily. I'm not saying they have commitment issues. I'm not saying that. I think that they just are really, really cautious and careful before they do give of themselves because they have so much to give that they don't want to give it in the wrong places. And we also have patient at the bottom. So that's more Taurus energy. So that's coming through pretty strong here with all the pentacles. Um, so this person's, yeah, like a little bit more slow moving, patient. So with the Empress coming out for physical characteristics, so like I said, this person is beautiful. Okay, however you define beauty, I feel that you are going to find them beautiful. But they could also be like genuinely beautiful, physically beautiful people, like within the realms of society, like whatever we consider ideal beauty. Like um, proportionate face and whatever, I don't even know. But I just feel like you are going to find this person absolutely stunning and beautiful and handsome and attractive and kind of your perfect ideal. Like this person's going to be your type. Okay, that's what I'm getting with the Empress. It's kind of everything you've been looking for, everything you've been manifesting, everything that you want. Let's see what that is. So just confirm that. If it is a woman, they could have long blonde hair. They could have bigger breasts. Um, or you just really like their breasts, in their chest area, like whatever size it is. And you could have a baby with this person. Like this person, you could get them pregnant or they could get you pregnant. Um, they might really like animals. This person might really like nature and being outside in nature and kind of like connected to Mother Nature and Earth and the environment. Really likes gardening, perhaps. But this is just a very attractive, receptive, magnetic, confident energy where like they walk into a room and they're a light. They walk into a room and everybody sees and looks at this person and is like, wow, they're beautiful. That's your soulmate. Like they're genuinely beautiful, or at least in your eyes. Like they light up your world, they light up your room. This is something that you have been looking for, like whatever your type is. So okay, that one wants to be here. We have nice ass. Okay, so your soulmate has a nice ass, and you're really gonna enjoy that. Whatever ass you like, they have it. Tell me more about pile one's soulmate. How they learn. Okay, so we have younger. So this soulmate of yours is younger than you, or they could be younger than the people you normally date. So like whatever your normal age range is, they could be a little bit younger than that, or they could be younger than you. We have natural. So this person has more like a natural look. They could have freckles too. This person is more like a natural vibe, a natural look. That's what I was saying, like the Empress, like more connected to earth and nature. So they might like earth tones. Maybe they wear jewelry where it's like, crystals and beads and some browns, like a lot of brown colors. Um, or maybe cotton, a lot of organic cotton, just like materials that feel good. This is Taurus energy with the Empress. So again, I think this person really is like a very sensual person and a very sexual and sensual person, very in tune with their body and really like to look good and smell good and feel good. And I think you're really going to like the way that they present themselves, their physical appearance, and how they carry themselves, the way that they dress. I think you're really going to like their style and how they smell, how they I don't know, just like the way they move. They're just like very graceful and sensual. They have piercings, perhaps, or they like to wear like maybe they have like a nose piercing, or their eyebrows are pierced, or just their ears, or they have more ear piercings, or they just wear a lot of like jewelry. Even if it's a guy, like it's just the type of guy that like is more into like necklaces and earrings and bracelets and rings. Or if it's a girl, obviously same material. And I'm getting it more like natural jewelry. With the older and the younger, I'm getting like a more significant age difference where like um one person could, it could be like a 5 to 10 year age difference where it's like a pretty significant. It's not just like a couple years. And feel free to claim this if like this is more you and like your physical characteristics. It's just like confirming maybe that this is like your reading. Your soulmate could have curly, wavy hair, or maybe you. Nice legs, so they have a nice ass, nice legs. They are strong. Okay, so they could be strong, muscular, built. They could have shorter hair, so shorter, curly, or wavy hair, and Afro textured hair. So maybe like more thick, um, and even like darker hair. So that is your physical characteristics for your soulmate. Moving on to the hardships and the lessons that you guys are going to learn together, we have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Because somebody has a lot of confidence and magnetism, and they're just very independent and self-assured, friendly, personable, charming, just really attractive, really nice to look at, and really good to be around. So somebody is embodying that energy, and somebody has a lot of anxiety. So this could be the same person, it could be opposite people. So I think that one main thing that you guys are going to learn together, and this will probably be both of you. I'm not going to go and say that like, oh, one person's like completely evolved and healed and like they have no insecurities, and the other one has all the issues. You guys are very, because your divine counterparts, you guys have had a lot of similar experiences. You guys have come from similar backgrounds. You guys perhaps both have had these heartbreaks that did like, screw with your confidence a little bit, or maybe even childhood experiences that were traumatic. So I see that both of you guys could perhaps be coming forward with a little bit of your own issues, like overthinking, anxiety, worry, fear, projecting these fears onto the other, just sort of not seeing things clearly, seeing them from a perspective of like negativity and insecurity and jealousy and comparison and um, guilt, resentment. I don't know, any of those lower vibrational energies and emotions and thoughts that aren't serving you, these types of thoughts that like keep you up at night and they're not healthy. Just seeing from a more negative perspective, maybe anger, I don't know, like fill in the blank, whatever that is, overthinking the connection, over worrying about it even. Maybe that is affecting your life a lot in this connection, or maybe that's just someone you're bringing forward and you're like accusing your partner of something they're not really doing, or you have trust issues, right? Like whatever it is that you're bringing from the past, or traumas, abandonment issues, whatever. It's like I just feel like it could be playing out here, and that the one of the main like lessons that you guys are going to learn or accomplish here in this connection is you're going to cut that out. You're going to cut it out, and you're going to see the hanged man, right? You're going to see from a new perspective, a higher perspective, that this is not emotionally fulfilling you. These thoughts, this way, this mindset that you have is no longer serving you, and you need to cut it out. So this anxiety is gone. You're healing it, the fears, all of it. You're cutting it out. You're healing it. You're walking away from it towards your confidence, right? You're really investing the time and energy into your own personal development and growth, so that you guys can have this happy union together. So whether you're doing that or they're doing that, I think both of you are doing that, because you have the Page of Pentacles is your connection. So it's like you guys are both actively and physically investing effort into this connection. So it's not just like saying like, hey, like your You constantly yelling at me for no reason is really not, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the way that you talk to me sometimes when you get triggered. The way you're talking to me is really negative and it's angry, and, or maybe you're like projecting your fears and you're assuming that I'm, trying to hurt you or I don't love you, and it's not true, and you're seeing from your own limited lens. And please, like, don't do that. Your partner, let's say, asks, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to work on that. And you don't just say like, okay, I'm going to go work on it, and then you don't do anything. I think that you genuinely do, or they genuinely invest the physical, practical effort and energy into working on this. So maybe that means reading some books around this, like, okay, how to deal with my triggers in a relationship, or maybe seeing a therapist, or doing some more meditating to calm your mind, eating healthier, maybe taking care of yourself a little bit more so that you build your own confidence. But I know that the way that you heal this mental anguish, this anxiety, whatever it is that you're dealing with, that you're bringing into this connection, or that they are, the way you deal with it is through your own self-love, right? Like gaining confidence in yourself, being more emotionally free and independent and stable within yourself, and just owning it, owning who you are, loving who you are, being your true authentic self, owning your shadow, because this black cat here represents your shadow and it's just kind of out there in the open. So it's like addressing your shadow parts and working through them, investing the physical time and energy into growing as a person. So there's a lot of growth and evolution in this connection. You plant a lot of seeds here. Um, there's a lot of patience here. I think there's going to be very patient with each other, even help each other grow. And you're going to master this, because the Eight of Pentacles is about mastering a skill, mastering something, and this is about developing something, building something. And I think you're building yourself up to be like this Queen of Wands energy, or they are. Um, it's very high vibrational and full of love and very attractive. It's very sexy and attractive to the other person. Um, and yeah, I just feel like you are really focused on this. Like, you're going to work hard at doing this, or they are, you guys both are. And it's going to lead to this beautiful union and celebrating wedding, right? You guys are going to get married. Like, I think once this thing is worked out with whatever this is that's coming up here in the connection, dealing with this anguish, anxiety, overthinking, worry, fear, all of that, whenever that does get resolved and you work through it and you build yourself up now to be this confident Queen of Wands, it's going to be like this beautiful union and celebration. And it's like, let's get married, let's take this relationship to the next level. We work through a lot of our issues, and now I want to move in with you, I want to live with you, I want to have a family with you, I want to get married to you, I want to celebrate with you, I want you to meet my family. Like, there's just a lot of family happiness, celebration, travel energy, even um, good vibes. This is a soulmate union, a twin flame union. This is the 1111 card. So just a lot going on here in this card that is just confirming that you guys are going to be going there in this connection. And then we have, for what do they love? Like, how do they overall feel about you? And what do they like love about you the most, or see in you? They see you as the Ace of Pentacles. So they see you as somebody who is very much invested in themselves, invested in their growth, invested in their physical life as well. So I don't know if you have like your own business, because the Queen of Wands is like entrepreneurial energy, and we have Eight of Pentacles here, mastering a certain skill. Um, but I feel like they see you as a person who has so much potential to grow, so much potential to not just grow physically, like within yourself, but to have money, to have abundance, to even, they see you as this person who they see so much potential in having this happy ending with, the Ten of Pentacles, having everything with, not only having like a happy family, but also having abundance and wealth with you, and a nice home, like a big home, kids, uh, building an empire, even building an empire. They see so much potential in you, and in you building yourself, and you building your business. And if you have a gift, it's in you expanding your gift and really becoming an entrepreneur with this gift of yours, or mastering this skill and making money from it, or even them making money with you, or having like a nice, healthy relationship with you. This is all about opportunity, possibility, potential, and they see this with you. It excites them to have this new beginning with you. And the Ace of Pentacles, how they feel about you is that they want this new beginning. They want to build with you. I mean, we have a lot of Earth energy, so this is just showing me that this person is here. They're invested. Your soulmate, When you meet them, they're locked in. Like whether or not they actually tell you this, because it seems like they're moving a little slow and they might not be like pretty, like they might not be ready to commit right away, but they are. Like, I mean, they might not tell you that they're ready and they might not feel like they're ready, but all their actions are going to show this person's an action oriented person. So they're going to show through their actions that they're here. They want you, they're ready for you, and they want to build with you. They are really excited about having this long-term committed relationship and just growing through life with you is what I see here. So that is what I have for you, pile one, about who your soulmate is. I really hope that that resonated with you. If it did, I'd love it if you liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Sophie chose this blue calcite. This is going to be a reading all about your soulmate. And we're going to do a little spread and we're going to get specific messages. So we're going to get into the overall energy of this connection, the first impression that you're going to have of them, their personality traits and their like physically how they look, the hardships and lessons that you guys are going to face and overcome in this connection, and overall how they feel about you, or like how they see what they love about you the most. Um, then we'll clarify whatever needs to be clarified. And then we have our first oracle card here. This is just kind of like the overall energy of the connection, or like just the overall message of the universe wants you to know about your soulmates. So we have for our first card, long-term potential. Okay, so this is just kind of saying that you and your soulmate are going to be together a long time. There's a lot of potential here for a long-term commitment and, for stability, something solid, to build some alliance together, to get married together. It's not like a short-term, like little, hello, I'm gonna teach you a whole bunch of lessons and then I'm out. It's like there's potential here to build with this person, to spend your life with this person. So let's get into your specific messages. So what is the overall energy of this connection? What is the overall energy of this connection, the pile two with their soulmates? We're not, that's Gemini for it. Just saw the Two of Cups though. So it's a very mutual, equally reciprocated type of connection. The overall energy of this connection. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this might be like a slower moving connection. For this to come out for the overall energy means that maybe this is like a slower moving connection. It's going to take some time for it to evolve and get to the place that you want it to be at. It could be some long distance, where you guys are kind of like not not physically together. There's some time spent apart. A lot of having to wait, be patient. There's not a lot of movement. We should get all your cards out. So what is the first impression that you're going to have of your soulmate? Just the first impression you're going to have of your soulmate. Oh my gosh, this came out in bio one as well. And this just flew out. So I don't know, maybe there's messages in bio one for you. But first impression of your soulmate is the Ten of Wands. So this is let's just see. So what is pile two soulmate like? What is their personality like? We have, okay, this is unbelievable. This is literally the same card that came out for pile one, and I literally am like free shuffling and they're just flying out. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna go with the flow on that, but I don't know. This might be a continuation of pile one. So if you really resonate with pile one, maybe this is just like more information on your soulmates, because there seems to be a connection now. How is pile two soulmate going to look? What are their physical characteristics? So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. And then hardships and lessons that you guys are going to learn together from each other. But we have a lot of pentacles. Like literally every card's a pentacle except for the Ten of Wands. So there's heavy earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns, like basically the whole reading. And then what do they love about pile two the most? What does pile two soulmates love about pile two the most? How do they feel about them? We have the Emperor. Okay. I'm almost feeling maybe like these two cards here need to be flipped. Like this belongs here and these belong here, but let's just get through the reading and see what happens. We have the High Priestess at the bottom. So, yes, there's a lot of unknowns here in this connection, a lot of maybe perhaps waiting and uncertainty. Just kind of maybe even confusion about like where you guys are in this connection with each other. Not a lot of communication, perhaps at some point in the journey. Um, so yeah, overall connections, the Seven of Pentacles. Let's just clarify that. We're going to clarify a whole bunch of things. And I want everything to be in view. Okay. So, Seven of Pentacles, overall energy of this connection. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, there's like Five of Cups. So there's some sort of grieving, sadness, disappointment. Um, I think that this relationship isn't exactly going at the pace that you want it, or you're not getting exactly like what you want, when you want it, how you want it. There's just a lot of stubborn energy here with all of the pentacles. It's a slow moving, practical energy. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just causing some disappointments here. We have the star at the bottom, so this is a wish fulfillment. Maybe there's distance, yeah, because the star is about, well, this is about healing, but it's also about, could be long distance. Like you guys are communicating mainly online at first a lot. Um, where this person lives like at a distance from you, and so you guys can't see each other. So there's like a lot of kind of like sadness and missing each other. Um, yeah, and then we have the Ten of Wands. So what is the Ten of Wands for first impressions on pile two? There's the right. Okay. So the Ten of Wands again, the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and let me go grab the card that flew, which is the Four of Wands. Okay. So your first impression, there's literally four tens because the Wheel of Fortune is also a 10. Um, so we have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands again, and then the Wheel of Fortune, which is the number 10. So there's a major ending that your person is going through. So your first impressions of them is that they're a hot mess, maybe. They're ending something major in their life. There's a lot of changes that they're going through. Maybe something within their family. Maybe it's a relationship. Like maybe, yeah, I mean, I know. No one wants to hear that. Like their soulmate is someone that is already married or in a relationship. It doesn't have to be the case, but I think it could be for some of you that this person is going through some sort of a divorce or a breakup or some sort of an ending, breaking away from their family, their partner. They could have been married, and that's what they're going through, and they're going through a lot of changes. So your first impression is that this person is kind of tired. They are letting go of something. They're healing. We have the Four of Swords. So maybe this person. Okay, so what I'm getting from this pile is when you meet your soulmate, it's not gonna be like right away you guys can be together. It's gonna be like you meet your soulmate, and because they're going through this process, um, there's gonna have to be time for healing. Like this person's gonna have to heal and grieve and go through whatever it is the thing to go through to let this go. And you are not going to be able to be with them like right away. There's gonna have to be like that space that you give them, and it is sad. And this person is doing a lot of grieving. This person is doing a lot of letting go, and you have to patiently wait for them to do that. And so that's that. But there is potential here for long-term commitment, and you guys will both acknowledge that. And I think you're gonna wait patiently for this person to go through their process because you see that they're worth it. They're your soulmate, obviously, right? And if this isn't a relationship that they're letting go of, it could have something to do with like a home that they're selling. They have to move away from their home or something. They have to move, yeah, like travel. Obviously, it could be like work or something like that. But the Four of Wands is like a home energy, marriage, family. Maybe somebody has died in their family and they have to grieve that. Maybe somebody really important to them passed. So like whatever it is, yes, that's like and okay. So for who and how this person is, like your soulmate, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So like as said, this came out in pile 1, 2. I feel like I'm repeating myself now. But it's a person who's just very, very reliable and trustworthy and goal oriented, ambitious, like very methodical, strategic. So they're gonna really like whatever they commit to, they're gonna really focus on it and invest the effort and to get there until they have it achieved. We also have the King of Pentacles. So it's like they go from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So maybe they do have like a career goal or a money goal, financial goal that they want to achieve. And I feel like um they are going to get there and have all of the abundance that they want. Um it's just like a slower moving process, perhaps. This person, also the Six of Pentacles, this person could be in the service industry or some community service or customer service or somehow being of service to others with the Six of Pentacles. So this person likes to really be charitable and give back to others. Or they could have their job doing this like social work, whatever, like it could just be the service industry, something like that. But this person is very selfless and altruistic in that way and really likes to give. They're very compassionate and kind, and they care about others. So this person's a really sweet person. So there's more about hold. So your soulmate is more introverted. So they have more introverted qualities. They like to spend a lifetime alone. Yeah, look, compassionate, understanding, yes. Um, yeah, just a very sweet person, empathetic. Look at it, all that energy coming out. A lot of softer, sweeter, gentle energy, um, understanding of other people, gentle, not harsh and abrupt and like aggressive, but just very like graceful and loving and lovely. Like this person is very sweet. A lot of water energy coming through as well, earth and water, which is both feminine energy. But they're also very playful and useful. So they like to joke around and play around. They have a good sense of humor. They're not just like totally boring, like sometimes the Knight of Pentacles energy could be. Sexual, okay, okay. So this person has a high sex drive. They're very sexual. I think they're gonna be very sexually attracted to you. We also have shy at the bottom. So they might not like show all of this to you right off the bat. It might take like with the Seven of Pentacles, there's something here about like um something slow moving here. You have to have a lot of patience, and this is coming for overall energy of connection. So I think this just might be a thing in your connection overall, is like this person will just take a little longer to open up to you, or maybe the connection will develop a little bit slower than normal. Um, it's just that's just is what it is. Um, and then so for physical characteristics, I don't know if this wants to be here. The Five of Pentacles, it seems to me more like a hardship that you guys are overcoming with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, whereas the King of Pentacles seems more of like the physical characteristic of your person. Um, Let me just double check if that's, I don't know how I'm gonna double check that, but all right. So, let's just clarify. What's the five? Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Is this supposed to be for the lessons that are being learned or physical characteristics? Because we have the Devil and the Seven of Cups. Well, I'll just read it for both. The Five of Pentacles could be like a person who, no, I don't know. I was gonna say like they look homeless, you know, because the five pentacles is being homeless, kind of left on the cold, not having anything. I'm gonna switch this. This is just what I've been feeling. It's the high priestess is here saying follow your intuition. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This belongs here. So um the way that your soulmate looks is the King of Pentacles. So this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This also came out for pile one as the Empress, and that was Taurus energy. So it's kind of similar. But with the King of Pentacles coming out, I think your person dresses really well. I think they really take care of like their clothes. It's clean clothes. It's really earthy tones again, very down to earth, but it's like more luxurious. It's more, I wouldn't say fancy like suits or dresses and things like that. It's just more like flowy clothes, more like browns and greens and like earth tones, kind of like basically what this guy is wearing. You know, more like a hippie style too, kind of. Um, but also what Taurus coming out is just very like quality, fine things. Like the materials are going to be nice and soft. It's going to smell, this person smells good. This person really takes care of their hair, their hygiene. Their eyebrows are nice and on point. Um, you know, like I don't know, they accessorize. They make sure that they look good physically, like aesthetically. They're very in touch with their body and they're sexy. Like with the sexual energy coming out, I think this person's really sexy. Like physically, you're gonna be really attracted to them. Let's just get some physical characteristics though. If it's a guy, they could have a beard, and they could have longer hair. They could have like wear their hair in like a man bun or something like that. If it's a girl, they could also have like long, like mid-length hair, blonde. I'm seeing. We also have curly, wavy hair. How does have his soulmate look? We have same age and afro textured hair, so they could have like yeah, that kind of hair, a little thicker. Um, Same age, so this person could be the same age as you. You guys could be in like a similar age group, you know. But I'm also getting like very like kind of built and muscular because this is like Taurus energy, and Taurus people are very like grounded and sturdy and strong and like a bull, you know. Um, So it's just reminding me of somebody who's just very like solid, stable grounded. So they could be more bulky, more meaty, more strong, muscular, built, like a heavier built person. Like they're not like skinny and like light. I feel like they're a little bit more heavier. I'm not saying like head I mean I don't know what I'm saying. They're just heavy. They're more grounded, like physically. But I feel like they're like in shape, you know, they're built, although this dude's eating a cake and drinking wine. So maybe your soulmate has like a tendency to want to like indulge in the finer things in life. That's like definitely Taurus energy. You know, they do have money and they are accomplished in life, I feel, and or at least it's one of their goals. Yeah, I feel like they're very successful and abundant physically, materially. So that is something that they have money, like they have money to spend on the good things in life. And I think that they do prioritize that. And it's important to them to enjoy things. And so maybe they sometimes overindulge. It could be sex, it could be food. So like a lot of food, like I think your person really likes food. They're a foodie or they like to try new foods or they just think food's delicious, whatever. They might like chocolate cake and red wine. They might like to have a lot of picnics outside, like eat outside. Um, but they definitely have that tendency to do that so that they could be bigger. I don't know. Or they could just like go to the gym a lot then because they eat cake. We have hazel eyes. I also saw pimples. And we have wild hair. So your soulmate has some sort of wild hair action going on there, whatever that means. And dark hair. So, and then we have beautiful smile at the bottom. So those are the physical characteristics of your soulmate. Now we're going to move on to the hardships and the lessons that you're going to learn together. So We have the Five of Pentacles, which is clarified by the Devil and the Seven of Cups, and then the Three of Pentacles. So I just see a lot of like working together as a team and working through your issues of Five of Pentacles is notorious for being like the abandonment card and the neglect card, feeling neglected and alone and isolated and left out in the cold and ghosted and abandoned, right? So there might be some abandonment issues here coming up. That could be like a core wound that you have or this person has that you are attached to, right? With the devil card. This is like one of your darker, more shadow aspects that you have to work through. And this is something that is going to come up in this connection. Is this maybe attachment, codependency as well, right? Like this attachment to this person, and feeling just very confused about this connection, emotional confusion. Like, okay, how does this person feel about me? Do they want to be with me? Do they love me? Do they want to be committed to me? Do they want to work through things with me? Are they going to leave me at any moment? And you have to address that, like, if this person's actually doing that to you and actually giving you signs that they're going to abandon you and they are genuinely neglecting you, or this is just triggers from your past relationships or your childhood that's coming up, and you have this irrational fear, right? The devil, irrational fear of this person abandoning you. So they have actually ghosted you, or they have a tendency to not contact you, or they shut down, they become avoidant, and that is triggering these deeper fears. Well, that's kind of valid, right? Because they are actually doing that. Um, but if they're not, then it's like that's something that you have to address and be honest with yourself about. With the High Priestess here, you have to be honest with yourself and trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your intuition, and not your fear, not your anxiety. Um, but I feel like despite this issue that you have here that's coming up here, um, you guys are going to work it out. Like you guys are, the Three of Pentacles is about working together as a team, supporting each other, expanding together, growing together. So I think you guys are going to grow together from this, and you guys are going to grow out of this dependency, codependency, neediness, clinginess, fear of being left. And this person could make you feel that way. The reason it could be coming out is because like when you meet them, they are going through something that they have to let go of, and they're not readily available for you. Maybe they're not like ready to commit to you for a while because they have to tend to this thing, and so you feel like, okay, they're gonna never come back. We have a strong connection, it's so great, but like they're gonna leave me. So you become like attached, and there's just something that you're gonna have to work through. um because there's a lot of overthinking about this with the Seven of Cups. Like you don't know, like you're confused, a lot of unknowns, a lot of confusion. And this person could be genuinely confusing you because of like they're not communicating with you. And I think that's where this Three of Pentacles comes in, where you guys are working together and communicating with each other. Threes are all about communication. You're communicating that, like, hey, I feel this way. I feel like, but this is coming up for me. Even telling them, like, hey, this is like a trigger of mine, or this is like a wound that I have. Like, can you work with me on this? I just feel like they're going to be receptive to that, and they're going to work on this with you. This could also be like a hardship and a challenge that's coming up is some sort of attachment to money or attachment to a certain living situation that is causing some sort of like confusion, but it's like you guys can't let it go. So maybe like it's time to expand and grow and change jobs or change homes with the Three of Pentacles, right? Like it's time to move. You guys get together and you're like, okay, well, I live here and you live there. Can you move to where I live? And it's like somebody doesn't want to leave their home or leave their job, or like they're going to feel like lonely. And it's really just an attachment that you have, or this person has, to this situation or place or even group of people, maybe a community that, they just feel very attached to, really, with the devil there. And it's a fear. So that might be something, if it's not the abandonment issue or that, then it could be a physical thing where you're physically like in a situation that you have to change and leave, but you're like attached to, and it's hard. But you have to do that in order to move closer, yeah, because there's like some sort of distance. So maybe somebody does have to leave their home, and maybe they have like a lot of friends and a community and a good job, and like they have people around them, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna leave my people, and I'm gonna be sad and grieving that because I'm not living in that place anymore. And it could also be with like money somehow. Could be some sort of a money or financial situation that happens that like it's a risk, maybe like you have to leave your job and you're like, oh my god, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make enough money, like what am I going to do, how am I going to go forward. But it's like you have a lot of options and like you will be successful, you will make money, you will get a good job, get like you will have a good job, like you will get to a place of abundance here, so don't worry about that. Okay, so then with what is this one? This is overall how they feel about you or how they see you. So they see you as the emperor. So, this is the divine masculine energy. So you could be like the divine masculine, you could be a man, or you just have strong masculine energy within you. But I think overall, they just see you as this very solid, grounded, stable presence in their life. Because I kind of feel like, yes, your person is very stable, like they are committed to their goals and all of that, but maybe like they're going through a big change here, a big transformation, like they're letting go of something. There's a lot going on here. And maybe they don't have a lot of stability in their life. Maybe generally they are a stable person, like maybe just committed to you, like in that kind of way they're stable. Or maybe like they have this overall dream of theirs that they're like um you know they're not going to give up on, but maybe temporarily they have some sort of instability in their home life, their career, their money situation, their whatever, and they see you as such a stable person, as a person they that can protect them, that can kind of maybe even provide for them during this time. Or maybe like it's them that they're feeling this way, this like being left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, this divorce, right? This could be, oh my gosh, yes, this could be literally this divorce that they're going through, or an ending, a major breakup with the devil. This is the contract, this is like a tie, right? And then a breakup. So this could be something that they're going through, and they don't have a lot of stability, and maybe they don't have a home, right? Maybe they get kicked out or something and they need you to house them or to provide for them or to help them out maybe financially or something. But they see you as like this person that they can rely on and come to, and you will be there, you will catch them, you will support them, you will help them, you are there for them. Like no matter what, you are there for them. You're just this very reliable, trustworthy person who will do anything in their power to help them get through this. And I don't think it's like in a like they're not taking advantage of you, they're not using you, they're your soulmate, right? So it has nothing to do with that. It's just this is why it's coming up as a challenge, because this person is genuinely going through a lot. But they do have like, I don't see that this person's like a homeless person that you have to like baby. Like, oh, great, my soulmate's a loser who has no money and is homeless. Like, no, that's not what I'm seeing. I just see that temporarily this person in some way, shape, or form does lose something that is very important to them, or loses something they've been attached to, or loses just like their footing, like maybe temporarily they're out of a job. Temporarily they don't have a place to live. And it's not to say that they're going to be like that forever, because this person's the Knight of Pentacles, right? This person's very ambitious. They are going to commit to making more money and having that abundance and that flow again. And they are the King of Pentacles. So they do have that, but it just might be a little hiccup in the road where you have to kind of for a second there support them. So tell me more about this Emperor. Okay, we're gonna take this one, Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Eight of Wands and the Death card. Yeah, they're going through this transformation and this ending, this death process, right? And I think they just see you with this eight, and the Death card is Scorpio, it's the eighth house. So there's a lot of eights coming through. We have four, and then we have the free eight. So 888, right? So eight. This is like, I feel like they see you as a very successful person, materially successful, financially, like you have your shit together. You seem very stable and grounded. And whether or not like you have a lot of money, it's not about that. I just think that you're very stable. Like you're not like all over the place. You have like secure. I don't know, they just feel very secure with you for whatever reason. And like they can rely on you during this time of their transformation. And they see you as like a guiding light. They see you as a very positive energy and influence in their life with the Eight of Wands, just like a very good, they want to, they like to travel with you. This person really sexually is very attracted to you, and it just like wants to, you know, just focus on you, focus on you, focus on your body. Um, and there with the eight coming through, it's like this eternity, infinity, right? So it's like this, it's all, you're always going to be there. Like they feel with you, like they have you long-term potential. They feel like you are, I don't know, I feel like maybe you're the one. If there's someone who has the abandonment issue, I almost feel like it could be you, because this person feels like you are solid and there and you're locked in, like you're there for them, like they have no question that you're gonna be there to catch them. They're the ones that are like dealing with all this drama, so it's like you're the one that's being triggered and like, well, are they gonna be with me, are they gonna leave me, because I'm locked in, I'm here, I'm ready to go. Are they gonna want to though? And then there's like that feeling coming up for you, but on their perspective it's like you're here, and that feels so good for them. Like that really does make them feel confident in this connection, and really allows them to do their own healing without pressure and without a time constraint, because they know that you're here. And it's not to say they're just going to use you and take advantage of you. They are giving, they're very focused on you. They are transforming, like they're doing the work that they need to do to get to that place that they need to be at for you. Um, and they are, yeah, they're like, they're investing the time and energy into this connection. The Eight of Pentacles, they're working hard, they're mastering themselves. You guys are moving forward in a very positive direction, in a very positive way. But like I said, this person's going through some sort of a painful emotional situation, heartbreak, moving away from that, feeling emotionally kind of numb a little bit, just a little bit saddened. And they have to kind of go through that. And and they just kind of need you to be there to support them during this journey. But let's just get a card for, there's the Hierophant. Okay, yeah, after this you guys are gonna get to the Hierophant. You guys are gonna get married, because this person, okay, yeah. Look over road, look. This person is avoiding a truth. Okay, the Seven of Swords. So maybe this person cheated on them. Maybe they got betrayed. I don't know. Or maybe they're avoiding their own truth. Okay, they're afraid of something. They're a fear. The moon, something unknown. There's this unknown energy, not seen clearly, not knowing what's going on. Um, Avoidance, right? It's avoiding their own pain, their own wounding. But then they have this epiphany, this awakening, this judgment. Like, okay, it's time to elevate. It's time to see clearly. It's time to get out of this shit, this avoiding the truth, and it's time to see clearly. So they see clearly, very clearly with the sun, and they see very clearly that you are their soulmate. You are their person. You are their Two of Cups. They love you just as much as you love them. They want to marry you with the Hierophant. They want to marry you. They want to spend their life together with you. They want to gift to you. They want to experience all of the luxuries and beauties of life with you. Um, and this is a very trustworthy, this is Taurus energy again, this is very trustworthy, loyal energy. So if they are giving you this like wishy-washy energy in the beginning because they're going through this and they're avoiding the truth, maybe they're avoiding the truth of this connection. They're like, I don't know if pile 2 is my soulmate, I don't know if I want to be with them. But you're like, well, obviously we are, like you already know. um but this person's like maybe avoiding that and trying to run away from it. It's like the universe is not going to let that happen. With the Judgment card coming down, it's like, I will tell you, like, this is your person. And they have this vision, this clarity, and this feeling of, this person makes me so happy. Like, yes, it's going to just continue to evolve. And then you guys see eye to eye on that whole emotionally. You are on the same page wavelength emotionally. And that's why I think the potential card is there, is because this person doesn't necessarily 100% know or want to admit to themselves that you guys are a thing, but that they see potential at first. And you're like, okay, yes, there's potential, but also this is a thing, obviously. How do you not see this? And then finally this person wakes up and like sees it. So that's kind of like your journey, but there is a happy ending. So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile two. That is your soulmate, all about your soulmate. I really hope that you enjoyed that and it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, pile three. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this amethyst crystal, this is going to be a reading all about your soulmate. So who is this person? We're going to do kind of a spread and answer some questions. Like, we're going to get an overall message for this connection, the first impression that you're going to have of them, some personality traits, like what they're like, how they look physically, and then some hardships and lessons that you guys might experience in this relationship, and your like overall how they feel about you or what they love about you. So let's go into the reading. So we have our first two oracle cards to decide to come out for your pile. And this will kind of give me a vibe and overall energy of what this connection is going to be like. So we have marriage and mutual feelings. So your soulmate is somebody that you are going to marry. And, this might be a traditional type of marriage, like on paper and all of that, or it could be just like a commitment that you guys made to each other. But I see that you guys will commit to each other long term and you guys will feel the same about this. So when you are with your soulmate, like, I don't know how long it's going to take before that happens, but you guys are both going to have the same idea also about like what kind of wedding you guys want and what you want to do with regards to marriage. Like, you guys want to actually get married, or do you want to just like do something more unconventional but commit for a lifetime in a different kind of way. Whatever your idea and standard of marriage is, you guys are going to be on the same page about that. And the mutual feelings card just tells me that you guys are going to feel the same way about each other. So this love that you guys feel for each other is going to be reciprocated. The level of commitment that you guys want is going to be reciprocated. When you guys want to get married, like, you guys are going to be on the same page about when you want to get married, how you want to get married, if you want to get married, and just kind of like the same page also about just commitment, like how the pace that you take your relationship. So if like, it's not going to be a situation where like one person's like ready to go and the other one's not ready. It's going to be like you guys are both flowing and kind of come to the same agreement about marriage, commitment, taking your relationship to the next level, moving in with each other, all of that. So let's get your spread out. So we are going to see what is the overall energy of this connection between a pile three and their soulmate. What is the overall energy of your connection? Okay, you're the pile with two cards. So we have I'll just put that there. We have the Four of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. This is the overall energy of your connection. Okay, so the next card is going to be the first impression that you're going to pass. So what is pile three, the first impression of their soulmates? I am going to pull again, just too many cards for now. I kind of draw one card. But I did see the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. So perhaps this person's like a really hard worker, and that's something that you're going to notice about them. They're very grounded, stable financially. Maybe they just walked away from something that hasn't been fulfilling them. Yeah. So your first impression of them is the Six of Swords. I'm getting that they're just a very calm, peaceful person, and they're like mentally calm, or like they're trying to find their mental, like, kind of like moving away from something that's been bothering them. That's something that they're dealing with when you meet them. So pile three soulmate, what is their personality like? What is pile three's soulmate personality like? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is all about family. They're all about marriage, settling down, a little bit more traditional energy there. This person's about working hard and building wealth and luxurious living. They are a very loyal, committed, long-term committed type of person, um, who does want like a family and wants to settle down. Okay, how does pile three's soulmate look? What are some physical characteristics that we can get? And we'll also pull some more traits from my physical characteristics deck. How does pile three's soulmate look physically? We have the Hierophant. We've been getting a lot of Earth energy coming out for all of these readings. Pile 1, 2, and 3. A lot of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has been coming out. So I feel like your soulmates collectively are just more like ready to settle down, ready to commit, ready to get into a relationship. They're ready to provide or like just be there, as a solid, stable foundation of a partner. Okay, so what are some hardships and lessons that you guys are going to face in this connection? What are some hardships and lessons that pile 3 is going to face in this connection with their soulmate or overcome? Here. Aware. Okay, I don't know, maybe there's a story here, but we'll just take all 4 cards. I would prefer just one, but I feel like there might be like an unfolding story here. Okay, and then finally, what does pile 3 soulmate love about pile 3 brothers? The 8 of Swords. Let's get one more card for that. What does pile 3 soulmate love about pile 3 the most? The King of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Sorry if not everything is in screen. All right, so basically, who is your soulmate? Like I said, well, okay, let's go over the overall connection. The overall connection for you and your soulmate is the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. So I see a lot of healing in this connection. Maybe there is going to be some initial or at some point in your relationship, some time spent apart, where you are just doing a lot of dreaming about each other, thinking about each other, fantasizing, journaling, reflecting, just like a lot of time for reflection in this relationship. So maybe you guys will be at a distance in the beginning, um, or something like that. Or maybe there's just like, I don't know, there's just some time spent apart, and that doesn't have to be like you guys are broken up or anything. It's just maybe this person has a different schedule than yours. And yeah, because we have the 3 of Pentacles. So like that's like being busy with work and having a lot of people around to work with, collaborate with. So perhaps um, one of you is working a lot and the other one has a lot of downtime and time to like just kind of just maybe more free time. And so I see that there's going to be a lot of opportunity here for reflection, but also for healing. And I think there's going to do a lot of reflecting together and kind of opening up about your past relationships, opening up about your past traumas, opening up about your heartbreaks, opening up about just your life and your history, your childhood, how you grew up, the friends that you grew up with, and how those situations and people have impacted you and made you the person that you are today. And I think you guys are going to be very open to like learning about each other in that kind of way, in this very reflective, deeper way. And you guys are gonna be like working together to grow together, to expand together, collaborate together. So it's going to be like very beneficial for your relationship to open up about your your own stuff, basically like your own experiences and just like what you've been through in order for this person to learn more about you and for you to learn more about this person. And it's really going to connect you guys a lot more. I think you guys are also going to have a community together. Like you guys are going to have a lot of mutual friends, or you guys are going to maybe even meet in a place where you guys are at work, where, you guys work at the same place, or you guys visit the same gym or the same class, school, something like that, where there's like mutual people around. You guys are invested in a mutual interest, and that's kind of maybe where you guys hang out a lot or meet, or somehow that's part of your relationship here with the Three of Pentacles. There's just a community around you, and this is something that's going to play a big role in your relationship. Maybe you guys are going to work together. Maybe you guys are going to partner up and um, I don't know, work with the community or something like that, volunteer. Um, so yeah, that's kind of like your overall connection, but I do see a lot of healing through this connection and growing and expanding and developing together, through this like healing journey. So it just seems very positive and expansive and not like limiting and it's just very growth oriented. And so your first impression of your soulmate is the Six of Swords. So let me just clarify that real quick. I feel like your first impression is that maybe they come off as a person who really not like conflict and really strives to move away from conflict and really always tries to find balance in like a conversation, or they don't really like to argue and they always try to find like a peaceful resolution to things. They're like a problem solver. They're really good communicators, and they're more positive communicators, and they really don't like drama. What is the Six of Swords? The first impression, the Pirate Cities for me. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so they could be moving away from a heartbreak. Your first impression is maybe that they have been dealing with some conflict in a previous relationship and that they are doing a lot of healing and moving on from a breakup, and they're moving towards their own peace and happiness and trying to leave that stuff behind. So, let's say like you meet your soulmate and you guys have a conversation about your history, right? Because that's what I was saying. And this person communicates to you, they're like, hey, I just got out of a relationship not too long ago, and it was kind of heartbreaking, and I'm healing from it right now. Right now, I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on from this. So your person is when your first impression is that they're moving on from a heartbreak, and they're trying to find emotional happiness and stability with the King of Cups, that they are trying to get back to. They're trying to heal, their heart. They're trying to get back to being happy again emotionally, and just being strong and emotionally independent and empowered, and stable, right? Because maybe they experience some emotional turbulence here with this heartbreak, so they're just trying to move on towards like their own inner happiness. And maybe that's why the Sword of Swords is here for your overall connection, overall energy, is because there is a lot of healing being taken place. Maybe in the beginning, this person's not ready to be in a relationship, and you guys start off as friends with the Three of Pentacles. It's that kind of more friendship energy. So maybe you guys start off as friends and it's not such a serious relationship. And this person's just doing their healing from this heartbreak, moving on. Um, yeah. Or maybe you guys can't like see each other that often, or you guys don't spend as much time together in the beginning, something like that. But then when it comes to your soulmate, like who your soulmate is, I'm definitely gonna pull more cards on that. But the Ten of Pentacles, so I already described in the beginning that this is somebody who really enjoys on time, like spending time with the community, building a family, building a community, having a lot of people around them. They could be more extroverted, if they're very reliable and trustworthy, very stable, very committed. So they've been very committed to you, and this person definitely wants to marry you. Like this person, your soulmate, definitely believes in marriage and wants marriage, probably more in like a traditional sense, is what I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles. Um, and just wants to have their wife and their husband, and like that's something that's very important to them. And also building wealth and having a good solid job. I think this person's very successful. They could be very wealthy. They could have attained a lot in their life. They could have a lot of money in abundance, financial security. They could have already like they could have their own business or run like a business, where they have employees. Um, and they're the boss. Okay, you do have the Emperor coming out here. Tell me more about Pile Tree's soulmate. Who is Pile Tree's soulmate? What are they like? We have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like your soulmate overall is a pretty positive, happy person. Like I said, it's very important for them to move away from whatever this heartbreak is, and move towards like more positive, like a positive mindset. And so they are doing what they can to heal. And so I feel like this person's one of their main priorities in life is to be happy, is to not just have wealth and abundance and the material achievements, but also to have inner happiness. So this person is about both. They seem to be pretty balanced within their emotions and in their physical life. Like like they're taking care of, practically, financially, all of that, but also emotionally. That's very important. So this person might meditate a lot. They might really enjoy the beach or being outside in like more warmer weather, or they like water a lot. They could have some sort of a castle, I don't know, castle or a big house, or this could be a dream of theirs, is to own a really big house, and have a lot of space and rooms to grow and expand, and maybe have like their family there, or your family there, you guys as together, family there, or just they just want like a big luxurious home is kind of what I'm getting here. And they might have a cat. They might really like cats. Um, but yeah, your soulmate is a manifester. Like I feel like they consciously manifest their dreams into reality, and they have a lot of their wishes come true. And they are very in touch with that energy realm and like the power that they have. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. This person is very fortunate, very lucky. This is Sagittarius energy. This person has luck on their side. So even if things aren't going so well in their life, somehow it always works out and things always fall into place. Because I think they're really focused on like happiness. And when you're focused on being happy and following your heart, things just kind of align for you, because you always go where you're meant to go. So this person is the type of person who like follows their heart. They try to stay optimistic. They try to stay grateful. And perhaps they are on the self love journey. Perhaps they are looking to connect deeper with themselves, especially after this breakup. They're like, okay, I need to find my own happiness without a partner, but I do want a partner. Like that is very important to me, to have a family, to have a partner, I want to be with for the rest of my life. Like this is something that this person is looking for, to be with somebody for long term commitment. But they know that before they get there, they have to find this inner happiness, and then they can share it with you. So that's like a journey that they're on. And I think it's kind of like a forever journey, because this is coming through as their personality. So this is something that is always going to be a priority for them, is to first love themselves and be happy within themselves, and then they can achieve everything on the outside. So like this is not the type of person who would stay at a job just because they're making a lot of money, but it doesn't make them happy. This person would be like, no, I'm not happy there. I'm gonna leave, even if I'm making a lot of money. Like this person's really connected to their heart and their soul space. So how do they look physically? We have the Hierophant. Um, so this is Taurus energy. And I think this person is like kind of has that more stoic look, like where you can't really read their face. You can't really read like what they're feeling, because their face is a little bit emotionless. It's kind of like that Taurus energy, that full, stubborn energy, right? This is kind of stubborn. So their face just looks a little stubborn and expressionless sometimes. So you're like, okay, are you happy right now? Are you sad? Like, what are you feeling? But that's just kind of how they present themselves. I think they also present themselves with a lot of style and class. This person's very classy. They dress nice. They like to smell good. They like to maybe accessorize as well. And just really take care of their physical appearance. I could imagine this person liking to smell good, and really putting some effort into their outfits and like what they put on and what they go out with. Like they don't just like a bum or anything like that. This is, that bull energy, just that very solid, stable, strong. So I feel like this person has like a strong body, tone, strong, grounded. This came out in one of the other piles too. And just more fixed, like this fixed, solid, as opposed to like more like a cat like, ballerina. Like that's not what I'm getting with this person. I'm getting more like grounded, whatever that looks like. Um this person could have long blonde hair or like medium length blonde hair. Could be curly hair. This person could like to meditate again. They could be a meditation teacher. Um, but I feel like they walk around like with this sense of power and leadership and like authority. Like even if they don't do that for a living, which I am getting that they do, but even if they don't have a job where they're like the boss, they walk around like they're the boss. Like they walk like they demand respect. This is the type of person that like people respect. Like when they go to the grocery store, they go anywhere, people look at this person and they're like, yeah, yep, I can't fuck with that person. Like I can't walk all over that person. This person is solid, grounded, strong, um, respectable. Like they look good, like they carry themselves well. Your soulmate carries themselves well. And they're very respected by other people. So let's just pull some more cards for specific traits. Okay, so how does Pyrrole freeze soulmate look? So we have thick, full figured. So they could be a little bit thicker, not like super thin and petite. We have older, so they could be older than you, or just older in general, or older than the normal types of people that you date. Good with their hands. So they know how to work their hands. They could be like, they could do something for a living with their hands. It could be like a massage therapist, a chef, a hair stylist, like just something where like you need to use your hands. Muscular and built. So that's what I was getting with that Taurus energy, that they have that like the more stronger body. Strong. Okay. Yes. Yes. They are strong. And either they're a girl, like they just have like strength to them, physical strength. This person likes to wear hats or a headdress if that applies. But they're really big into hat or like wearing something on their head. They have a distinct voice, so I think their voice will really stand out to you. It's going to be unique, or it's going to somehow resonate with you, or maybe they have like a really sexy voice, a really soft, sweet voice, or raspy, or loud. Maybe there's something that stands out about their voice, the way they talk, how they sound, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. Yeah, so they have lighter hair and nice legs. They're really gonna like their legs. How does pile tree soulmate look? Health and stone. We have hazel eyes. And that could also be like lighter eyes. And then we also have dark hair. So we have light hair and dark hair. So it could be one or the other, or it could be like you have dark hair, they have light hair, or you have light hair, they have dark hair. There's some sort of an opposition here between hair colors and tattoos. So this person has some tattoos, or they want to get some tattoos, or they really like tattoos. Maybe you have tattoos, I don't know. Okay. Oh, I wanted to get more personality traits from my personality traits deck. Tell me more about Chris Pyle's through science. What is their personality like? We have loving. Soulmate is a loving person. I was getting that they're a little bit more sensitive. That yeah, like with this Taurus energy here, like this is ruled by Venus. This is like a romantic person, very sensual, somebody who really likes um just very romantic and really likes beauty, beautiful things, whatever that is. I do feel like this person is beautiful themselves. They're going to think you're very beautiful. They just have an eye for beauty and love. Like they're a very loving, compassionate person, stoic, yeah, but they are stoic. Like they don't really show that. Like you won't be able to really see on their face that they're like, if they're really into you or into something, they won't necessarily show it and express it openly. Maybe like once they get comfortable, but first impressions, they come off a little bit guarded, stoic, can't really tell like what's up, you know. This person is very confident though. Like they know they're amazing. They know what they got. We have free spirited. So this person's more of like they go with the flow. Yeah, like they follow their heart. They go with the guidance of their soul. Um and I just feeling this person doesn't settle. Like they don't settle for something that isn't going to make them happy. They know that they're a free sovereign being and that they can do whatever they want in life. They can accomplish whatever they want and they confidently go about getting that done. And this person doesn't like to be tied down. They like their freedom. They like to have fun. They like to experience life. This is Sagittarius energy. They might like to really travel and see the world, but this is not a person who likes to be told what to do. They have kind of that stubbornness to them. And if it doesn't align with them and their beliefs and their values and like their old wisdom, they're not going to do it, and they're mysterious. So there is a sense of mystery to this person that's scorpionic energy. Just maybe it's because you can't read them that well. You're like, well, what are they thinking? Like, what are they going through right now? Maybe who is this person? Like, I think they're layered. I think this person has a lot of different layers, and like you're just peeling it back one by one. The more time you spend with this person, and even so, they're still gonna have depths and layers. So this person's deep, and they're not gonna be boring. I don't think you're gonna run out of interest for this person. You're not going to run out of like curiosity because there's always more to learn. And that's this growth and expansion energy here with the Three of Pentacles. It's like, I think this person does definitely reflects a lot and they like to really be honest with themselves about how they feel. They spend a lot of time in contemplation and then this person grows and expands. So there's always more to this person. They're always learning something new. They're always trying. Interested in things and intrigued and they're just constantly evolving and they're also successful. Okay. So let's move on to this. So these are the biggest hardships and lessons that you guys are going to face or overcome together. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, and the Lovers. So, like the Emperor and the Lovers, the Emperor is the divine masculine. This is the husband energy, husband card. And then we have the Lovers, which is a divine union of soulmates, and this is your soulmate, and you guys are together. So this to me shows like this is kind of like where you guys are going in this relationship. But then we have the Queen of Swords and Knight of Wands. So, the feminine here could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the feminine could be and it doesn't have to be this way. I'm just throwing it out there. The feminine can be older, a bit older than the masculine, and the masculine could be a younger fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But that is like the more free spirited. Like the Knight of Wands is the more free spirited person that just wants to kind of play around and be free, not settle down. It's kind of like this non committal energy. And then the Queen of Swords, it's like she knows what she wants. She has been through a lot. She's been hurt by a lot of people just like this. She has her sword and she cuts it out. So I think one of the challenges that might come up in this relationship is that one person, like whoever that is, it doesn't have to be the guy, but this more like free spirited energy here could be the type that like doesn't want um not that doesn't want to settle down, because like I said, like you guys are on the same page about this marriage energy and that you guys do want to have a long-term partner, like you guys are both into that, but for some reason like one of the parties is not really they're kind of like wishy-washy about what they want. And this Queen of Swords is like, well, I know what I want, and if you're not on my same page and level, then I'm gonna go ahead and just like cut you out because I've dealt with people like you and I'm not trying to waste my time on that. So this is a challenge that you guys are going to overcome. But then, like, I feel that this person, whoever is the one that's more non-committal, does come to you guys come to a mutual understanding that because you're obviously soulmates and you guys are obviously meant to be, and it's like the universe kind of aligns you guys. The universe kind of ensures that you guys do come together. And then this person commits and is like, I would, I would like to marry you. I'm ready to go. Like, that's, and then you guys are on the same page. You have mutual feelings about each other, and marriage is one of them. But I do think it starts off a little bit not like that. I think it starts off a little bumpy. Not bumpy, but it's not like smooth, because the Queen of Swords also is like not really into her emotions, and she's a little bit more guarded, stoic as well, right? A little bit more logical, and maybe she's not accessing her heart space or his heart space. It could be him or her, whatever, but this is the Queen. So it's more feminine energy, but it's like the heart space is not being accessed, and there could be a lot of overthinking. There could be a lot of overthinking about this relationship. A lot of harsh words also being said. This Queen of Swords, she has a harsh tongue, and she says things that could be very blunt and straightforward and maybe insensitive, a little bit cold, right? She could be cold. She could be a little aggressive. There could be some hurtful things. So maybe one of the people, you or your soulmate, has a tendency to, maybe say some things that aren't the nicest, and not coming from like that loving energy, but a little bit more mean, cold, insensitive, hurtful even. And maybe the Knight of Wands is like also not so much in their emotions, and they're kind of like, well, I just want to have fun. I just want to play around. They're very sexually attracted this to you, or you are to them, like whoever is this Knight of Wands. Like, there's a lot of sexual attraction, there's a lot of good chemistry here, a lot of good communication as well, but I just feel like there's not a lot of emotion here. It's like you guys are both avoiding emotion. Like, one person is like just trying to have sex all the time, and they're connecting to the other with sexual energy, and the other one is just trying to like stay detached from their emotions because maybe they don't want to get hurt because she's been through a lot, and just wants to kind of protect herself or himself. And also, this person is showing signs of being kind of like this is kind of like player energy, not gonna lie. And that's, I don't know, it could be irrational. It could be because we have the Eight of Swords, and this is your own fears. Like, this isn't necessarily the truth. So this could be just a fear that's coming up. But I see that really, in essence, like, you guys are here soulmates, and you guys come together, and this person can be trusted. This person can be relied on. Like, this person will commit. It's just there's someone that stuff to work out here in the beginning, because then we have what they love about you the most is we have the Eight of Swords that came out, and this is like an energy where you live in fear, your self-imposed limitations, negative mindsets, just not seeing things clearly, seeing through the lens of fear and anger, ego, right, and doubt, self-hatred, overthinking, worry, anxiety, for no reason though. Like, you cause it yourself. There's no actual reason to be this way. So this might also be another block and challenge. But I think this person sees this in you. This person sees that you have this tendency to overthink, and yet they're still passionate about you. They're still very sexually attracted to you, and they're still very much wanting to commit to you, even though they see that you're dealing with some of your own inner demons. Um, so tell me more about that. What is this Eight of Swords here? Or was this title faithful and love about? Title 3. The Sun. Judgment. Okay. I think that your soulmate really sees the light in you. And maybe this is light you don't even see in yourself. Like, maybe you don't even see how amazing you are. Like, maybe you do have some insecurities about yourself, and you don't see how beautiful, wonderful, and amazing you are. And this person does. Like, this person sees you as the sun. This person sees you as their ultimate happiness. Your soulmate sees you as their joy, their like their vitality, their life force almost. You know, you give them life, like you make them so happy and they see you as just a very bright presence in their life, like a light. But this is so dark. And these are so opposite energies, you know? So I just feel like this person sees this beauty in you and even your potential, where even like sometimes you are like this, where you are so happy and you're being your best self, you're very confident and very just like expressing your true authentic self and owning it and feeling very empowered, strong, all of the things. But then you have your tendencies to go into this self deprecating way, and you start to overthink things and doubt things, and it's like this person sees that, but then it's like there's this judgment. There is this like letting go of that energy and becoming just the sun and moving forward towards your happiness and having this second chance and leaving the past behind and moving forward, having an awakening. And then we have the hermit under that, so doing a lot of soul searching. So perhaps like that is a journey that you're on, where you're addressing a lot of your own issues and seeing in yourself what needs to be, what's toxic, what's like your own toxic patterns, and what needs to be let go of. So you're doing a lot of self discovery through this connection. That's why I said a lot of healing in this connection and growing together. So you're seeing a lot of um, ways in which you can, improve and be happier within yourself. So you guys can have this like beautiful divine union and marriage, by the way. Um, so I think what this person loves about you the most is seeing your transformation, seeing that you are able to go from this like self-limited, self-sabotaging person to becoming this happy, radiant, confident, empowered light in the world, and like seeing that you can go from this to this. And yeah, so this person is very committed to you, very they have their eye on you and they want to grow with you. They are passionate about you. Like they're not giving up on you. Your soulmate is not giving up on you. Your soulmate is committed. And that's why I think this is a problem, because in the beginning it's like they are kind of in and out. Maybe you get the impression at first that like this person's not ready, or this person just wants to have sex, or there's just a lot of sexual attraction, and maybe there's not a lot of love or emotions being shared. And so you put up your guard, or if this is reversed, then reverse it. And then there's like this guard here. And or maybe like you have a tendency to project your own of this stuff, like these fears, because these are both Gemini energy. Maybe you have a tendency to project this like overthinking and your fears of and your insecurities, jealousy, whatever, onto your soulmate, and it kind of like puts a wedge between you guys, or it requires a lot of healing because it's like not accurate, because this person is committed and does love you, but you're seeing it wrong. I don't know. Because there's something here that you're not seeing correctly. But yeah, this person is going to continue to pursue you. They're very passionate about you. They're very yeah, they find you very attractive, and there's a lot of nice good chemistry here, a lot of passion between you guys, and a lot of trust and loyalty and commitment, and like willing to keep working on this and grow with you type of energy, grow to get to the ultimate. This person might also really love traveling with you. But yeah, you're their prize. Like they're keeping their eye on the prize and they're not giving up on you. So if during the relationship you do feel like, oh my God, like this person doesn't love me, or they're gonna leave me, or they don't want to commit, it's like maybe you're not seeing that accurately. Or maybe this person just needs time to heal from this heartbreak, but this person won't give up on you. Like this person sees the light, and this, even if you don't see your own light, I think that's something they're going to help you with, to see your own beauty, your own radiance, because maybe you have some self-confidence issues and they want you to see yourself in this beautiful way that they see you. And that's something that they're going to also help you with. Um, so yeah, that is your soulmate and your soulmate relationship. That's what I have for you, pile free. I really hope that that resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.